Florianopolis has recently stood out as one of the main destinations for digital nomads, retirees, and expatriates in Brazil. The city brings together several qualities in one place: safety, leisure options, an active nightlife, balanced urbanization, and direct contact with nature. It is possible to find everything from busy beaches to more isolated and rarely visited refuges. The capital also offers good international connectivity through the Florianopolis International Airport, which is the main airport in the state of Santa Catarina and one of the busiest in Brazil for international flights, facilitating access to other countries. Furthermore, Florianopolis is among the safest capitals in the country and features good infrastructure, sustained by a per capita income above the national average, which contributes to the quality of public and private services. Located in southern Brazil, Florianopolis is the capital of the state of Santa Catarina. The city has approximately 580,000 inhabitants, while its metropolitan region exceeds 1.3 million, including neighboring municipalities. The city is divided between the continental part, where much of the commerce and services are concentrated, and the main island, known as Santa Catarina Island, which houses residential areas, tourism, and cultural events. The island is surrounded by dozens of beaches that cater to different profiles, in addition to various natural attractions, such as the Conceição Lagoon, Lagoa da Conceição, sand dunes, waterfalls, and small nearby islands. A highlight is Campeche Island, one of the most famous in the region, and a highly sought-after destination for its beautiful beaches with crystal-clear waters. The Human Development Index, HDI, is 0.84, considered very high according to the United Nations Development Program. Additionally, the city has a literacy rate of approximately 97%. About 95% of the population has access to treated water. Trash collection coverage is practically 100%, and the electrification rate reaches approximately 99%, reflecting a good level of social development and access to basic services. The climate is humid subtropical, with hot summers with average temperatures around 30 degrees Celsius and mild winters with averages close to 18 degrees Celsius. The city becomes even busier during the summer when it receives a large flow of tourists and offers ideal conditions for enjoying its beaches. Historically, the city was colonized by families from Portugal in the mid-18th century, initially dedicated to fishing. Subsequently, it received immigration from Italians and Germans. Currently, Florianopolis also attracts migrants from other regions of Brazil, which contributes to its cultural diversity. The local gastronomy stands out mainly for seafood, with strong Portuguese influence, but it also features varied options influenced by European immigrants and other regions of the country. Open-air markets are a great attraction in the city and take place on different days of the week, mainly in the central region. In them, it is possible to find fresh fruits and vegetables, artisanal cold cuts, cheeses, bread, honey, and other local products. Near these markets is the public market, Mercado Municipal, another important tourist spot, with a wide range of food, restaurants, and live music on certain days. Dining. The average price of a full meal in Florianopolis is approximately $11. Health. The public emergency health system is free and universal, serving both residents and tourists. Primary care is well rated by the Ministry of Health, as is the ambulance service, SAMU, which performs hundreds of daily calls with a high response rate. The service even includes aerial support for rescues in hard-to-reach areas. Patients are referred to emergency care units, or UPAs, or public hospitals, depending on the case. For hospitalizations and non-emergency care, the public system is more restricted, primarily intended for residents and Social Security contributors. Transportation. For daily commutes, Florianopolis relies on a public transportation system based on buses, with approximately 174 lines and around 500 vehicles serving the island, the continental region, and neighboring cities. The average fare is about $1.20 for residents and slightly higher for tourists. The system is considered safe, although its quality is regarded as median compared to other Brazilian cities. Additionally, there are more comfortable executive lines available for $4. For long-distance travel, ride-sharing services like Uber are available, with an average cost of $2.50 for short trips. The cost of living in Florianopolis is considered above the Brazilian average, being approximately 14% higher than other capitals. This is primarily due to recent real estate appreciation. The most expensive neighborhoods are located near the sea, such as Jurerê in the north of the island. Regarding housing costs, on average, the rent of a two-bedroom apartment with a parking space in the central region of the continental part is around $550 per month. In the north of the island, in neighborhoods like Ingleses, it is possible to find monthly rates near $490 close to the beach, though values depend on the specific location. As a more economical alternative, many people choose to live in neighboring cities, such as São José and Biguaçu. For those intending to visit the city, hotels and inns are common and generally reliable options, often including breakfast. The average cost of a daily rate in the central region is approximately $45, though this can vary significantly depending on the time of year. The period of highest demand occurs between late December and early January. Reviews and comments about hotels can be consulted on websites such as Trivago and Brooklyn. For larger groups or longer stays, platforms like Airbnb can be a more advantageous alternative, with average daily rates of around $75 for a three-bedroom apartment in the central region. Negative points. Traffic is the main negative point, especially during the summer season when the city receives a large influx of tourists, both on urban roads and access highways. Social challenges. As in every Brazilian capital, there is a constant flow of migration from people seeking job opportunities. Part of this population is unable to enter the labor market, which contributes to an increase in the number of people experiencing homelessness. Even so, this factor has not significantly impacted crime rates, and the city continues to be considered relatively safe. Flooding. Another aspect to observe is flooding, which is more common in beach regions due to the soil's low water absorption capacity. Therefore, it is recommended to conduct prior research on the area before choosing to live, to avoid locations with history of this problem.